Oh, did Gav say you go?
Yeah, Gav said to do his summer statistics.
Yeah, you did. So we've got 3 backups. Do you want to just intro and then do that quickly to get it out of the way? Yeah, because we haven't got anything to add to it anyway, because we're doing it live.
Yeah, okay. Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of the Uncleanables Podcast. Myself and Ryan get together on a Monday and talk shite for you guys to listen to during the week. So we are...
My favourite day of the week.
Straight in with the new board, guys. So
the board is full.
It's full already.
So it's actually full and we've got 3 backup people as well. So if you're not playing the game...
So we've got Clean, Precis, Savaloy, CPS. Can you help me out with that?
Yeah, I don't know what it says either.
It says, mate, CPS, Ryan's butchered the handwriting. Connor from Simply Windows, the Blue Brothers.
True Blue Cleaning. Care Clean, WC. Window cleaning.
Oh, I thought you cleaned toilets. CCS and Sky Clean.
Yeah.
So we've got a great board already.
You know who you are because you've asked to be on the board, so...
But what we're going to do is we're not going to put our numbers in just yet, are we?
Well, because today is Monday the 2nd of June.
Yes.
So we're going to play along live with you. So you'll put your week numbers in on the Saturday.
On the Saturday.
Or Sunday.
So you're
we'll put our first week in on the Monday.
And we'll join in with you.
But I will give people a quick rundown and say I've already added 5 customers and we're on the 2nd day of the month. It's going to be a good week.
Do you know what? I can nearly trump you.
Go on.
I can nearly trump you. I had a phone call today. Yeah. This doesn't happen to me every day. I had a phone call today. I had a customer, I had an old girl. I was scraping a roof on my own. Do you remember when I King Kong'd the thingy?
Yeah.
And I was scraping and she come out and brought me a cup of tea and that. Anyway, she wanted her soffits and fascias done. Mate, her grandson rang me today. Hello mate, you probably don't remember you cleaned my grand soffits and fascias. I said, yeah, I remember. Anyway, he said, her and 2 other neighbours want to start using you for window cleaning.
Beautiful.
I was like, mate, her and 2 other neighbours, three in the
in the same road,
in the little banjo thing. And I thought, beautiful, mate.
That's what you want.
Outstanding
That's what you want.
And I thought, beautiful, man. That's 3 straight on the board. I've already had. So yeah, I think we're gonna have a good month this month.
So I checked my statistics for May.
Yeah.
I finished May with 88 new bookings.
If I turn that back round, everyone can see my good-looking face.
And you look more cool as well.
Mega cool.
88 bookings, new customers in May, which was insane. Best month ever for me.
See, it's sunshine, isn't it? It's sunshine.
It's definitely time of year, yeah.
And I think, what do you reckon it is? Do you reckon it's where the sun, I know it's going to sound silly, but we can try and break this down.
Is
it where the sun's coming through the window?
People see how filthy they are, yeah.
And because obviously during the winter hours, normally your blinds are never open, are they?
I think there'll be a good portion of those customers that stop having their windows cleaned come winter.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
I think
consistent growth is the key.
Yeah.
Because say you add 200 over March to June, right?
Yeah.
Then you might lose 50 of them come, it's quite a high amount, but come September, October, November, they're going to start dicking you about, I'll skip this, clean weather looks shit, whatever. Oh, I don't really want them done in the winter. And if you're not replacing them with new ones, you're going to start falling back. And I think that's just a natural way of life. But for some of the customers I took on in January have been good as gold.
Really?
I think the growth in winter is where where the good customers are. They're the ones where the window cleaner stops turning up because the weather's shitty.
Yeah.
And they want their windows cleaned all year round. And they're like, fuck this guy, I'm going to find another company.
Yeah.
That's reliable.
Mate, I've had a stinker. First cleans recently. I've had so on the week that the competition ended, I added 20. Do you remember?
Yeah.
It was my best one. I added 20, all first cleans, got them all done the other day, like within 2 or 3 days of each other. Mate, nearly every single one of them was a one-off. It was outrageous.
So you're not charging a premium for the first clean?
No, so I probably had 4 of them. I probably had 3 of them. No, 4 definitely just wanted a first clean.
They told you that up front?
No, they didn't. So I said, look, this is what I offer, services like 4 and 8 weekly. Okay, brilliant. Yeah, let's just get this out of the way. Got it out of the way. Yeah, do you want to go to the round? No. A couple of them didn't even text me back, but like one of them was like, proper council geese. Like, they had a food fight in the garden, so I've clocked what had happened, right? They said, can you come around and do it? Gone around there, and it was like, mate, Peppa Pig plates as ashtrays. Like, proper geese, yeah? There was a settee in the front garden. So I've gone round there, and it was like, as I've gone in the back, there was a paddling pool, but there was all bread up the window. So obviously they've had a food fight and gone, just get a window cleaner down. Didn't even text me back. Stuff like that.
Pager?
Yeah. But stuff like that. But then I've noticed as well, I don't know what it is, and I was going to say on this pod, I get a lot of shit from first cleans. People don't like my first cleans. Like, I don't know why I come unstuck.
I just think it's lack of experience. When I first started and I was doing a lot of first cleans because I didn't have any customers, I had problems. It's still effectively a new service for you.
Yeah.
Like, it's just those little things where...
But like, you spend a lot longer and you rinse it down more.
Yeah, but then maybe you're just not rinsing it enough, or you're not scrubbing it enough, or you just got to keep adding stuff until you don't get callbacks, and then you go, right, that's where the magic is. Yeah. You don't want to be spending an hour there. It's just too long. But also, you don't want to be doing it in 20. If you're doing it in 20 minutes, I think it's probably safe bet you might not have done it good enough.
Do you reckon?
Yeah, depending, obviously, if they've had a window cleaner and he's just like retired or something and it's him within 8 weeks.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not talking about like...
If it's like first clean, they've obviously not been cleaned in a while. Yeah. If you're knocking it out in 20 minutes, you're going to run that risk of there being a problem. Yeah. Yeah, half an hour is where we sit with first cleans generally.
So, do you clean it once and then clean it again? Or do you just spend longer on each window?
Just spend longer on each window. Generally as well, if they're anything above what we would consider to be like an 8 weekly clean, we'll TFR them. And the nice thing with TFR is you can see it as you're rinsing it off. So you know how much rinsing you've got to do before it's all gone. But the trouble with first cleans is you don't know how long they've been since they've been cleaned. You've got that shelf above where the window's open, the shelf above the actual window frame. You've got weep vents, the bit above the weep vent, and then the sill where it connects to the brickwork's usually filthy as well. And unless you hit it all, if it gets wet, it will drip down.
Game over.
Yeah, so you've got to make sure you're getting all of it. And I think it's just an experience thing.
I had another, and one of them women in there. Oh mate, I got read the riot act, and I read it back to her. To be honest with you, so speak to her on the. So I get an inquiry, right? Anyway, get an inquiry, ring her a few times, don't answer. Fair enough. Sent her a text message. Still need a window clean up. Let me know. Yeah, I don't answer my phone to numbers I don't know. I thought.
Don't inquire for something.
Don't inquire then.
Just email me.
Do you know what I mean? Just make my life that bit harder. Yeah. Cheers, darling. Just make me suffer that bit more. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, text her. Okay, brilliant. Then she calls me. Yeah, lovely. Right, booking. Brilliant. Having a chat, bit of banter on the phone. Yeah, lovely. And I'm thinking, right, sold. Good customer. Brilliant. Won her over. Text her the night before. Yeah, coming around, do your windows. I'm not comfortable leaving the side gate open. Can you just do the fronts? And I'm thinking... No, it's not really what we agreed, but okay. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, it's just one of them things.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
So anyway, go and do the fronts. Come away. Bearing in mind, we're talking up until this point. Go and do the fronts, come away. Complete radio silence. Everything okay with the service? No response. Would you like to be added to the round? No response. Ring up.
So you're not adding them to the round in advance of their first booking?
I don't steamroll them. I don't go, yeah, like we'll add you to the 4 or 8 weeks.
I'm not saying I've got all the answers here, but I would probably say, do you want 4 or 8 weekly? Yeah. And then you're going to push them for, obviously you're still going to get some people that say one or the other and then cancel.
9 times out of 10, I will do. But it's if it doesn't just come up naturally in conversation, I don't want to be pushy with them because it feels like I'm selling them into the big subscription. I want it to be like a natural flow.
I think this goes back to what we were saying before. So your close rate's higher, but now you're getting fucked about.
Yeah. Mate, it's jarring.
And it's...
I'd sooner have the low conversion rate.
There's no... Yeah. It all evens out in the end.
Yeah, totally.
I would probably think in your situation, how many customers you got now?
cracking on for about... window cleaning.
Yeah.
Probably about 45.
If I was you, I would charge 50% more for your first cleans until you hit 100.
Yeah.
Just because then you've got 100 good customers. Because if they're willing to pay that little bit extra for the first clean, even if they cancel you, it's kind of been worth it for you.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
But it means they want that service.
Yeah.
Like that food fight council place probably wouldn't have paid the premium.
Yeah, they wouldn't have, I know what you mean.
And then you wouldn't have been dicked about.
Yeah, I know.
But once you've got the 100, you've got a stable base of customers. Forward, 100 gives you like multiple days.
Yeah.
And probably like your areas will be pretty sorted out. So it'd be nice and easy when a new customer comes on to say, oh, we're in that area on Tuesday or Wednesday next week or whatever.
Yeah.
They're not going to be waiting for whatever. But I think if I was in your position, I would do that. It'll be a slightly slower growth, but you'll like...
Excuse me, go on, I'm listening.
If you build a house on shaky foundations, it's not good, is it? I don't know what the saying is, but
no,
you know what I'm trying to say.
You're not building it on a good base, are you?
Yeah, you want that base there first, and then you can start taking on the shit.
Yeah, massively. Yeah, I know.
And it's like, and then you can run the risk, but at the moment, it's like you don't want to be doing these jobs because you're running around here, there, and everywhere.
It's pissing me off.
You're potentially going to an area for one job where you're not as busy.
Yeah.
Just for them to then cancel on you?
Yeah, no, mate. Well, yeah. I mean, I'm not going outside of an area I'm not already advertising in. So there is that to it. And I do it.
But it might be a case of...
Oh, he's still up the road.
You might be in Chelmsford in 2 weeks from now, but they're like, I can have it this week.
Yeah.
So then you got to go to Chelmsford for one clean, and then they cancel on you the day after.
No, I know what you're
And it's
saying.
like...
Anyway, listen, back to the story.
Yeah.
So she says, no, I'm not comfortable. So I said, okay, no worries at all. So I go and do the front. Oh, yeah, radio silence we're established, yeah? So I ring her, nothing. Give it another day. This is like over like 3 or 4 days now, yeah?
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking like, if you're not happy, you're not happy. I get it. Do you know what I mean? Like, but just let me know.
Yeah.
So I leave her a voicemail and I'm like, hi there, hope everything's okay. I said, I don't quite know what's happened. I said, you've fallen off the face of the earth or fallen under a bus. I said, but if you can like treat me like a human, please, with 1 ounce of respect, I said, and let me know what's going on, that'd be great.
Yeah.
I thought, mate, who are you? Do you know what I mean? I thought, I'm not building my business on you.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I feel like saying sometimes, I hate to say it, fuck them customers, mate. Because it is though, isn't it? It's like, mate, what gives you the right to try and like strong it over me? Because a minute ago you was all over me because you wanted it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? That sounded wrong. Don't cut that bit up, fucking hell. So then she rings me. She rings me when I'm like on another job a few hours later. I've got my cans on, right? I love it because I always go like, hello, Dan speaking, because I don't know who it is. Hello, this is so-and-so. I said, oh, hello. I said, how are you? What's been happening? Yeah, I've been sat with my dying father. I went, right? She went, yeah. So, and because I didn't buy it, she didn't know what to say. I went, right? She went, yeah, so window cleaning's not really up there with my main priorities at the minute. I thought, what'd you send an inquiry for?
That would have jarred me.
What'd you send an inquiry for?
I would have clapped back with that.
Do you know what I mean? And I went, absolutely fine. I said, take as long as you want to pay the invoice. I said, had you have told me I am a human being and I would have honoured it and respected it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I thought, bro, not today. I wish my dad was still alive, bruv. I would have said 1-0 and hung up. Bang, mate, game over.
I hear what you're saying. I've had a few customers like that have historically been really good, and all of a sudden
just turned to shit.
Yeah, like not paying. I've got one guy who's like, I've been cleaning his windows for a while, always paid, been brilliant. Then all of a sudden he got to 2 clean, I let it go to 3 cleans because obviously I know him.
Is it 4 weekly?
Yeah, 4 weekly. He's been a good customer. 3 cleans. I was like, I followed him up and saying, I can't come do another clean until you've settled the 3 cleans, right? And then like he settles it like 2 days before the next clean's due. So I'm like, sweet. He doesn't text me back, he just pays it. Then clean the next time, no payment. Do 2, no payment. Then I'm like on his case again. I'm like, look, dude, I can't be chasing you for this money all the time. Can you set up the direct debit? Like, it's easier for everyone. I ain't got to chase you. You ain't got to remember to pay me, blah, blah, blah. Pays it, but doesn't set up the direct debit. So I'm like, right, okay. Now we're 2 cleans in again. And I've texted him the other day and I've said, look,
we're here again?
Yeah, I'm still outstanding 2 cleans. Like, we ain't coming back until you've paid it and settled the direct debit, like, end of. And he still hasn't replied or paid it.
Mate,
it's just a fucking, you know, it's an easy job as well. Like, it just fucking annoys you. It's like, I've had an influx of people recently as well, similar to your one, where they're a detached property and they won't leave a side gate open.
Why not though? Because they don't trust you.
I don't know.
It's like, mate, what am I going to nick your gnome?
Yeah.
Or your table?
It's like, I don't care.
Yeah.
Like,
I've always found that weird when they say, I won't leave my side gate open, because I think, what's more valuable in the back garden, geese?
you know what fucking makes me laugh? It's when they go, oh, I don't want to leave the side gate open because there's undesirables in the area. And I'm like, in the middle of the day in Hockley, big man, 500k plus houses.
Do you know what I mean?
Who's walking around robbing garden furniture in the middle of the day?
And also as well, it's like, who's driving round? What self-respecting burglars driving around checking side gates on houses? Do you know what I mean? It's like, oh, the side gate's open, lads. We can fucking
Let's
rob this
take
one
up the
blind.
porcelain patio because that's the most fucking expensive thing in there.
Let's yak all the geraniums in the pots, mate. It's outrageous.
I've had that a lot recently. I've got to the point where a woman was. She booked in, so I put her in the diary. She went, oh, that day doesn't work for me. Can you do Thursday? And I'd already looked at her property as detached. I said, no worries at all. I'll pop you on the Thursday. I appreciate it's first clean, you want to meet me, blah, blah, blah. But just wanted to check going forwards, like, are you happy to leave the gate open? Because I can't always just put you on a day that you want.
Yeah.
We're too busy to do that. And she was like, no, I want to be in when you clean. And I said, oh, I'm really sorry, that ain't going to work for us. So just cancel your booking. Yeah, cancel your booking.
It does make sense, really, because you just know it's just going to be a ball. Like,
I've got to the point now where we're slightly getting too busy to accommodate difficult jobs. Yeah. Difficult customers and difficult jobs, and it's easier for me to just turn them down.
Yeah, I don't blame you,
because I can't fit anyone else in this week now. Next week we're not at full capacity next week, but I can't start adding other areas into that. So unless we're in that area next week, I can't fit you in that week either. So then you're looking at like 2/3 weeks before we can fit you in on a day that you want to choose. So if you're not willing to play ball,
it don't work. Yeah,
it's not going to work. And then if you want to do that again every time you have a clean, you might only be having 4 cleans a year by the time I've pushed you back. Say you're on an 8 weekly, and then I push you back 2-3 weeks, you're almost at a 12 weekly. So I'm losing out on money because I'm only cleaning you 4 or 5 times a year.
In the grand scheme of things, that's really not worth it.
Yeah. I said to a customer the other day, and she was like, she rearranged already to a date, and I'd booked it in for that date, and she'd agreed. Cool. Gets to the day before, she gets a reminder text. Oh, hi, can you come next week? I said, no. We've already rearranged and agreed this specific date. It's not like it's just falling on this date.
Yeah.
Like, I don't mind doing that. Yeah. But I said also, just leave the gate open. I know you've got side access. I've cleaned your windows 3 or 4 times. If you want to be pushed back, which I can do, but it puts you, like I said, I'm fully booked for the next 2 weeks. That's going to put you in 12-week territory because we're already a week back from your 8 weekly, where you've already rearranged. So the fee's going up. And she was like, oh no, don't worry, just come, I'll leave the gate open and I'll leave your money in the pot.
So what a big deal.
So I'm like, why are you even kicking up?
Yeah, this is what I don't get.
Like, you can do it, so why are you being difficult?
I had one, mate, it's like everyone's brain has fallen out of their ear. I was booking in a first clean for a woman, and she said, oh, I'll give her the day, it was like Tuesday the 11th or something like that. She went, oh, can you make it afternoon, because I've got the carpet fitters in. I went, what's that got to do with the windows? Oh yeah, sorry. I thought, mate, he's fitting a carpet. What's that got to do with me? Do you know what I mean? And then someone else said as well, they was like, oh, can you make it another day because I'm looking after my daughter's dog. I went, I'm cleaning the outside of the windows.
I had a customer cancelled today because their puppy goes mental when they come and clean the windows.
Mate, it's outrageous.
They're like, we're gonna leave the windows for now because the puppy goes mental. And I just emailed him back and said no worries. But I felt like emailing him back and going, how the fuck are you going to train him to be okay with a window cleaner if you don't have a window cleaner? Like, how does that work?
Mate.
But I was like, yeah, you know what?
I never knew how much exposure you would get in this job to shit like this.
Yeah.
I never knew how much it would be.
You know, if you were charging £1,000 a clean, you'd have much less customers.
Yeah.
So the difficult ones wouldn't shine up as much because it'd just be like
it is, yeah.
Another customer, you might do 10 a year or something, you know, ridiculously priced. But because you're dealing with hundreds of customers, it's just a percentage, right? There's a percentage of humans that are just arseholes, and you're capturing more of them. And also, like, all the good window cleaning customers have got a window cleaner. You've got to wait for that window cleaner to fuck up before they start looking for a different one.
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
And the ones that haven't got window cleaners either don't care about their windows, have recently moved, or the window cleaners stop turning up because they're fucking difficult. So it's like, but then one person's difficult isn't always another person's difficult, right? So when I was smaller, someone who wanted a specific day was never a problem for me.
No, I know what you mean,
I'd snap them up.
Yeah, totally.
Brilliant. Yeah. Like, you know, one man's trash is another man's treasure. But now, the roles have reversed.
I've noticed I'm going through an awful lot of shite, to be honest with you. But it's nice because I'm realising it's shit.
Yeah.
Which is a good way to be because obviously my eyes are open to the cream as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, mate, it's like everyone with adverts running, trust me, they're thick and fast here as well. Like I'm getting some shocking
Talking of inquiries, we're going to talk about the inquiry, or the booking I had come through for the booking system from I watch your channel, email address uncleanablessuckers@gmail.com.
Oh yeah, talk about that.
And they said, wow, can you really charge 22 quid for a semi? I'm 12 quid lol in Yorkshire though. I'm gutted, a semi take me 5 to 10 minutes. You must be doing 500 a day. I can do 300 tops. I want to move, lol. Still shocked and jealous. If you share this to the Uncleanables podcast, I will reveal myself.
Mate, why are you jealous? Geez, houses in Yorkshire cost like 85 quid. What you do? You don't want to come here, mate. We want to come up there.
Yeah.
How much tell me how much a 3-bedroom house is, and then we'll start getting onto a bit of a level.
Also, if he's charging 12 quid and it's taking him 5 to 10 minutes,
he's flying, bro.
I think that's pretty good because the standard 24 quid or 22 quid would take us 20 minutes. So twice as long for twice the money. So it's really the same money.
Nothing wrong with it, I don't think, anyway.
If he's only doing 5 to 10 minutes.
And also as well.
But yeah, please reveal yourself. We'd love to know who left.
Who do we reckon it is?
Yeah.
Who do we reckon it is?
I thought it might have been Adam.
It's Adam, isn't it? It's got to be.
He said it weren't him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in the Discord he said it wasn't him. Talking of the Discord.
Yes, guys.
Mate, we're flying, aren't we?
Yeah, we're getting some...
30 plus members.
Yeah.
Couple of big things in there. 3,000 customers, 1,500 customers, companies. Sharing knowledge.
Not all the secret sauce, though.
No, not all the secret
sauce. Not all the secret sauce. But
some of the secret sauce.
But yeah, some of the secret sauce. But listen, there's people in there. Do you know what I like as well? There's a dude who's just joined and he's just starting.
Yeah.
And I love that.
It's for everyone.
It is. And he's throwing in like questions and that. And like, yeah, do you remember the dude put the photo in? His tank looks like a bomb. Yeah. With wires everywhere. That was I laughed my head off.
My first setup looked like that.
Mate, my setup looks like that now.
I felt like saying, I was about to comment and say, mate, if it works, it works.
Mate,
but then like everyone was just saying like, you need to improve this for safety reasons, which is the right thing to do.
Yeah, totally.
And he got a lot of good advice. But yeah,
I like
was
it.
Like, if it works,
every day
it works,
there's something, isn't there? Every day there's something. I've got my Royal Mail going out.
Let's win.
Finally, bro. Finally.
When are you dropping them off?
They've got to be posted. They have to be there by the 13th of June. Which is...
2 weeks today, yeah?
Which is...
What?
What's significant about the 13th of June?
Your birthday.
Hey! Yeah, so it's my birthday. But
what do you want? Slops and that.
Do you know what, mate? I don't even know what I want.
Should we go for dinner?
Yeah, that sounds nice.
Yeah? You pay.
Yeah, it was my birthday.
Yeah. I don't really want to go, so.
What do you mean?
I ain't going to pay for it if I don't want to go.
That'll go for dinner, bro. That sounds nice. The uncleanable meal.
McDonald's or something, yeah?
McDonald's. Yeah, so I've got them going out finally. So I've set them up, ready to rock and roll.
Ain't blokes just so fucking easy?
What, do you want to go for dinner?
Yeah, it's like, it's your birthday next week. Do you want to go for dinner? Yeah, alright,
yeah.
sweet. Like, imagine our birds doing that. There'd be a whole fucking group chat.
I have to check the menu.
Links sent in.
To check.
5 different restaurant opportunities.
Yeah, I need to go shopping.
Yeah, you'll be like, should we go to this one? I'll be like, yeah, sweet.
Yeah, innit? Totally.
Yes. Sorry, carry on.
No, mate, I totally agree with you.
Just blew my mind.
But yeah, I've had a bit of a mix up. Not a mix up. I've had a bit of a change up. So I've got a bit of a capital with MKM.
Yeah.
But I'm lumping it into an investment. So yeah.
What are we investing in? We're sharing?
Big man. Yeah, no, garages, bro.
Oh, okay, garages.
Yeah, so, but I'm grabbing these ones through the business.
Okay.
Because it's a bit of an opportunity and it's too good to turn down. And yeah, so I'm jumping on that, but it's taking literally everything, the shirt off my back, mate.
Yeah.
So it's okay. We're plodding along. I've got obviously.
Where are they? Local?
No, Kings Lynn. But I'll do a couple of YouTube videos and bits and pieces and see how they come out. But yeah, it should be good. And then I had another idea as well. I don't know if fuck it, I'll share it. I've always wanted. I know everyone's going to be like, oh mate, he's copying him. I'm not because I've always wanted one. I've always wanted a Reliant Robin. Right?
You copying him?
Yeah, no, it is, isn't it? But like, I sat there and I was like, I wonder how much anyway. I found one, emailed the dude, and it's like, yeah, trying to arrange everything, trying to arrange a car to go pick it up. But mate, it's like...
Does it not drive?
No, it's drivable, but it's like 8 hours away. Yeah. So I'm sitting here thinking like, mate, I've had a quote for 6 bills.
Yeah, it's about right.
But I was thinking to myself, I might just say to him, look, like, if it'll drive, I'll just drive it back.
That could be the worst drive of your life, isn't it?
Mate,
8 hours in a Robin.
Yeah, but think about it. Yeah, 8 hours in a Reliant Robin. But mate, it wouldn't be 8 hours in a Reliant Robin.
It'll be about 15.
Yeah.
It'll be 2 nights.
Fucking 2
hotels.
Mate, it'll be horrible. I'll just keep in the back. It'll be horrible. But I thought to myself, bruv, I've just saved 600 quid if I drive it back, you know?
Yeah, what are you going to do with it? Just for fun?
Sign write it.
Oh, you're right.
MK window cleaning, yeah.
Gonna get it. I was going to get a little water tank in the back.
Mate, it'd be a laugh, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Get the squeegees and that.
You have to drop the floor so you can like push it with your feet from the inside like a Flintstone.
But yeah, Ben, if you're watching this, mate, I took a bit of inspiration from you, fella.
There's no inspiration you've taken. You've just taken his complete idea.
I haven't taken his fucking complete idea.
You copied him, mate.
Yeah, look, Ben, if you can let me know where you get your hair cut in that case, I'd love to start looking like you as well. But no, yeah, I've always wanted one. But I thought to myself, mate, like, it weren't too bad.
I'll come up with this really good idea.
Go on.
That I might do. I might go find a Reliant Robin.
No, Geez, I found one.
Yeah, I might buy it.
Yeah.
And then sign write it.
Yeah.
And then do windows in it.
No, I'm not doing windows in it.
Why not? Do windows in it, man.
No.
Be fucking
the idea wouldn't be to do windows in it. The idea would be to have it and then just like...
Yeah, but what are you going to do with it? Oh, you can't be in 2 places at once.
What do you mean?
Do you have to take it to do windows?
Mate, that's my weekend, bruv. That's my weekend commuter. That's my daily on the weekend. Drive it to the gym, go boxing in it.
Yeah, but if you took it to do the windows, you're going to get the neighbours looking at you because it's different.
Mate, if you...
that's the idea. I'm sure that's what Ben done when he first got his.
It's probably a good idea. Yeah, Ben, if you can just let me know everything you've done when you first got your one, Gabe.
If you just write it down like a recipe, and write secret sauce at the top, and then just send it over to Dan.
He's going to love this, isn't he? He's going to love this. Them fucking idiots are confusing me.
Well, you know what we should do is just start around in Surrey as well. Just take the Reliant Robin down there. Should we just call ourselves King Priors?
Oh, mate. Oh, dear me. But yeah, no. But that's kind of shelved because obviously these.
So that's where. Well, so you're not doing that.
No. I want to do it.
You want to do it,
and I'm in chats with a fella.
Yeah.
I want to see if it I'd love it to materialise.
I think it'd be better investment than garages at the minute. But obviously, you don't like to let garages go. I know you love the garages.
No, I've got to put my name to it now. It's mine. It's mine. But yeah, no. So it's all good in the hood.
Can you not just get a loan for the Reliant Robin? or credit card it or something.
I can get the Reliant Robin.
How much is it?
£650.
650 quid?
Yeah.
Mate.
It's peanuts, bro.
Yeah.
Dude, but then my missus does...
Just go do 2 days of window cleaning.
Mate, this is what... Mate, I've done a gutter empty the other day, 650 quid, bro.
There you go.
One day's like, do you know what I mean? But what I'm saying
Working
is...
for Robins.
Come on. But my missus can get me the wrap. Can't she?
Oh, of course
I can
you
get the
can.
wrap for nothing almost.
Yeah.
I can get the wrap for material. Mate, probably all in everything, it's probably going to cost me £1,000.
Yeah.
And I'm like, mate, that is... I said to my missus, if it all went wrong, at least I owned a Reliant Robin.
What do you reckon the insurance is like on one of them?
100 quid a year?
You reckon?
Mate, I won't be like...
Yeah, but it's like, it's got 3 wheels. It's very easy to tip. Do you reckon the insurance is high?
Mate, you
because
can
of
tip
that?
it. I'll start doing removals. No, I don't think so. But I'll just say to him, like, I'll be doing like 5,000 miles a year, less than that. I'm not just smashing it all the time. I'll just park it up somewhere cool, like outside your house. Outside Ben's. No,
I ain't got any customers down my road, so it could work quite
Ain't it
well.
mental, isn't it? How about this? I had an inquiry on Facebook. I don't know how she must have been canvassed by me, because I have canvassed that door. Mate, she inquired on Facebook, but not through my advert. Anyway, he said, yeah, booked me in, yeah, all the rest of it. Yeah, can I have a window cleaner? Yeah, no problem at all. Went to go and do it. Mate, it was the neighbour of a house I already do.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
How weird is that?
I've had a couple of wins like that recently, where I've had another one down the same road. Not the neighbour, but it's like close enough to just
beautiful, isn't it?
Be nice. Yeah, I've got, you've done it with me before, my aunt in Uncle's house down that unmade road. Picked up another one down there. Yeah. So I'll team them together, then I only have to drive down that road once a month, or once every 2 months.
Beautiful, isn't it?
Yeah, because it's a fucking horrible road to drive down, especially with a water tank in the back.
Yeah, they're mate.
It's like the worst road you've ever driven down.
Really?
It's so much worse. Like they have it re-levelled like every 3 or 4 years. It lasts about 3 months.
What churns it up then, do you reckon?
I haven't got a clue. I just think, because it's a private road and there's like 8 houses down there, they've all got a chip in.
Yeah.
But like the guys, there's 3 houses, like immediately as you turn onto the road.
So them 3 are
and they don't want to pay for the 80% more or 90% of the rest of the road. They're like, well, our bit's only 10% of the road, and there's 3 of us, so we don't want to pay an 1/8 of the road each.
Mental, isn't it?
Yeah. Like
it's probably not even that much though, as well.
I mean, it'd be a fair bit. It's like a ton of gravel, whatever you'd put down, wouldn't go very far at all.
Yeah.
I think you'd need 200-300 ton of gravel.
Really?
And then there's a guy at the end.
300 ton?
Yeah, it's quite a fairly long road. Yeah. But there's a guy who owns a tractor with the bar attachment to like pull it along.
Level, yeah.
So they wouldn't have to pay for that, but they'd all have to chip in for the gravel. But I think it'd be a fair bit of
wedge.
Yeah, I think it'd probably be like 10 grand split between 8 people.
Mate, that's nothing. It's like 1,200 quid each.
Yeah, but it's like, would you pay 1,200 quid to have 30 metres of road?
Do you know how much that's going to put value on your home?
I don't know if it would.
Mate, you're having a laugh in you. I would not.
Yeah, but it doesn't last. That's the thing. It doesn't last.
Oh, you're not talking about it's done and it's done?
No. Oh, no, that would be fucking loads.
Oh, that's what I thought you were
getting at. To have it properly done,
that's what I thought you were saying.
Yeah, because I don't know if you could lay it over the top of what's there, because it's just like mud and holes.
Have they tried putting it in rice?
Duct tape didn't work. I know that.
So what's new then, bruv?
What's new? What's been going on? Not a lot, really. We've had some busy weeks. This week's pretty busy, and then it starts off a little bit the next couple of weeks. But I'm off of the tools Thursday, Friday, Monday next week and week after, because my wife's off on 30th birthday shindig with her pals. I've got the kids, so we're like 3 days out of 10, one man only. Then
what does 3 days out of 10 mean?
So 5 days and 5 days. I'm off Thursday, Friday, and Monday. So
why don't you just say 3 days? Just say 3 days.
Well,
why did you pick out of that 10? Is that 10 specific?
Well, no, it's just out of, because it's not all in the same week, is it? It's across 2 weeks.
Okay. Mate, how oddly specific was that, Keith?
Alright.
Mate! Anyway, go on.
I'll stop talking if you're jarring you that much. No, so I'm just saying, like, there's 3 days where there's only one person bringing in income, so that's obviously going to knock the both weeks because it's split over two weeks. And it's just slightly quieter.
You finding that? Yeah.
Just out of nowhere, it's like I haven't got empty days, but we've got quiet days.
Yeah.
But we've got time to fill them up. It's not the end of the world. I know what will happen. You'll get to like a week before, and I'll be like, "Oh, now we're fully booked for this week."
Yeah, totally.
And it won't be a problem. But we've got a couple of bigger jobs coming up.
There you go.
Patio clean and repoint this Wednesday. Patio clean and repoint next Wednesday as well.
You get quite a lot of them, don't you?
No, it's
Repoints you do.
I like talking about them, but I've only done 5 or 6 this year.
Yeah, but even so, I think that's a lot. I haven't done one. I've never done one.
Yeah, but you don't like.
I don't push for it.
Don't push for it. Yeah. Whereas, like, if I talk to someone about their patio.
How do you work it out? Is it per square metre?
Yeah.
And what is the price?
18 to 25 quid.
Per square metre?
Yeah.
So they must come in quite a lot of money, mustn't they?
It's not as bad as you think. So, like a 30 square metre patio, which is kind of like standard patio
it's like
size.
just under 900 quid.
If you've done it at £25, maybe 750. That's including the VAT.
And the clean. And the clean.
And the clean and the grout. So it's materials clean and ripping out all the old stuff.
Yeah.
When you put it that
when
way.
you say it like that,
What always effectively will be a brand new patio afterwards.
And they
like
come up insane, don't they?
750 quid's not bad at all.
Yeah, I'll make you right.
But obviously the bigger ones we drop down to 18 because sometimes it does get a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. What's the biggest one you've ever done? Patio, geez. Patio, not fella.
Oh, right. I was dreaming of dicks then. They're not huge. I think I've had a couple at like 1,200 quid, 1,100 quid, so it's like 50 square metres.
Big enough then.
But yeah, it's not massive though.
Yeah.
The one we've got this Wednesday is porcelain. So.
Go on, mate, watch that grinder.
Yeah. I might just chisel it out.
Yeah?
I haven't seen it. I've been there window cleaning, but I've never looked. But I don't know how much of it's intact.
It's funny, isn't it? It's like they break quite often. I find. Do you know, like?
Yeah, because if you use the cheap stuff, they
it's
don't
not even that.
last 2 minutes.
It's like everything was like after sand and cement, like the whole crazy paving days. It was like, right, we need to get this more bespoke and more like better looking. And then like all these fandango resins and grouts and all the rest of it. And I just find none of them last.
The resins last.
Do they?
Yeah. The stuff you get from like Screwfix or Toolstation.
Shit.
This says it's resin bound, but I mean it's sticky, but it's just naff. The tyres and stuff's really good.
I know. I used a Seagull one.
Yeah, that's naff.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Seagull's a great brand though. Anyway, but I used that one once on a job because it was already existing, and I noticed that, you know, like when you tip it out and then you brush it in, where you tip it and brush it, it's actually stained.
Oily,
the slab, yeah.
Yeah, it will lift.
It will, yeah, no, I get that, but like, you know, when you step back and you think, hang on a minute, what's all that? And you think, fucking hell, like.
You wet the stone enough.
Yeah, totally, yeah. How'd the hose going?
Yeah, it's they don't get that with the Titan stuff.
Really?
Yeah, which is
Titan?
Yeah, which is nice.
Mate, Titan as in Screwfix's own brand?
No.
Oh,
No.
Not the Titan that I bought the leaf blower that was shite.
I think the product's called Titan. I don't think the company's called Titan.
Oh, right, okay, yeah.
I think. But you can get it from quick shout out to Tom at CleanLink.
Yeah, I see
He's
that.
a preferred supplier now for. It might be Nexus is the name of the company.
Nexus, that's it.
And then the product is Titan. I've got like eight boxes of it out there. We'll just go over there in a minute and just have a chat in the corner or something. But yeah, I've had no issues with that stuff, but I have had issues with the cheaper stuff when I was using that before. And like you say, it's just more difficult to put in. Like
Really?
You get that stain in. If you don't wet the slabs enough, you get that weird oily like residue on top of the slabs. It's just no good. But what I have found recently is a lot of people trying to do like half of a patio, and they're like,
what, and come back later?
No, they're like, oh, that stuff over there is all right, so just do this bit. And I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Like,
is that what you say?
Yeah, I won't do it. But one, it'll look naff. Two, it won't bond to the other stuff very well. So then you're just going to get it cracked in the middle.
Yeah.
Three, it's never going to be the same colour because one's weathered. Even if it was the same product, the same colour, one's going to be weathered and one's not. So it's not going to look the same for a long time. And it's like, why would you even want that? Like, it's not going to save you any.
Why bother?
It's not going to save you much money because I'm still charging you for the whole patio.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You might get one tub less on materials, but I'll just say no, I'm not doing it. Either have the whole thing done or.
I haven't come up against it. I haven't, because normally I'm quite good and quite sharp at like just being like, no, not going to do this, not going to do that. But I had one customer, good as gold, chatted to him, yeah, and I think this is where I went wrong because I was too friendly. So anyway, we was chatting, and his conservatory is enormous. It's the biggest conservatory I've ever seen. So anyway, he said like, oh, how much to like wash down the conservatory and all the rest of it. So he's a window cleaning client, so I've done a walk round. It's like a big 5-bedroom detached house, yeah? Big 5-bedroom detached house. And he's got this conservatory and he's got an annex. So it's like a garage, but like you go in there and there's windows and everything, yeah? And he's got like the windows in the loft. And I said, look, I'll do your conservatory with your house. I said, and I'll be at 65 quid. Because I'm thinking this is easily an hour.
Yeah.
Easily an hour, yeah? Like there's a lot, I'm going to go for an awful lot of water. Like, honestly. And he said, right, okay. He said, well, that doesn't sound too bad. He said, that doesn't sound too bad at all. He said, let me speak to my missus and come back to you. He said, what about the conservatory? And I said, look, I'll have a look at it. So anyway, my set price for a conservatory is 140, right? This was not a standard conservatory, right? So I had a look at it. Obviously, I said to him, look, this is just generic. I said, and he went, no, that's totally understandable. Have a look and let me know. And I said, I'll be about 230. He went, the previous guy charged me 200. I said, look, I'm not going to argue. I'll match it. I said, it's very hard to quote because I'm not counting panels. Yeah. I'm just kind of like imagining what I would do. One and just. So anyway, it was a bit on the cheap side anyway, but I thought, that's fine, I'll get it. And he sounds like a good customer. He's then texted me saying, okay, brilliant, we'll get you booked in. He texted me saying, just to let you know, the previous guy used to charge 45 for the windows. He used to include the conservatory, but not the annex. And now I'm sat there thinking,
just use your previous guy then, dickhead.
But he's not there, bro. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
He's like, amount of times I've typed out, you should use your previous guy because he sounds fucking brilliant.
But now I'm sat there and I'm like, mate, I'm not matching some. I don't know, that could have been 10 years ago. I'm not matching his prices.
He's obviously not there now for a reason, whether it be he done a shit job or whether he realised he wasn't charging enough to stop turning up.
By the way, how big is that of a thing with this industry?
Yeah, it's a big thing.
Like they just don't turn up.
People don't run. I can understand it, right? Because we work for someone forever long, and then you become a self-employed window cleaner. You want to pick and choose when you work. Like that's the whole point of being self-employed, right? Like you shouldn't have to be demanded when you want to work.
Yeah.
So, like, if you want a day off, I'm not going to go do my windows today. Like, do what I want. It's my business. But when you're building a business, you think you have to be more regimented. So there is a difference, but majority of window cleaners are just self-employed, one-man bands, right?
What do you think they are? What do you reckon the majority of window cleaners are? Do you reckon the majority, if you was to draw a line, what's the average? Do you reckon 150 customers or 100 customers? Turning over 35k a year?
No, that's such a difficult question because when you're talking averages, there's a bunch of people that just do it seasonally.
This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm saying. How many people?
For the people that do it all year round and it's their job, I'd say
that's
average is probably 45, 50k a year.
Right.
Not including the ones that do it part-time or the weekends because they want extra money because that's a side hustle, right? That's not their job. So the people that do cleaning as a job, I reckon the average is probably not the average, because obviously the big guys are going to bring that up, but the most popular amount is probably 50k a year. 40 to 50k.
Do you reckon there's more sign written vans for window cleaners?
No.
Than not?
No.
I'd say there's more unsigned.
Yeah.
Am I speaking English?
Tons.
What am I trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say.
There's more unsigned.
There's less sign written vans.
There's less sign written vans. Yeah. Fucking hell,
lots of people don't like having their van sign written because it advertises what's in the van, right? Personally, I think that's a bit of an advantage in our industry.
No one's going to break into our vans.
No, because they know there's no tools in it.
Yeah,
they want tools, right? I mean, you could,
You'd only break into my van if you're thirsty.
Yeah. But like, all my shit's bolted down. Like, if you got into my van, you could.
Mate, you can't take it.
You could steal my trad bucket, my water fed poles. Like, you're not getting the grinder out and taking all my thing before someone realises.
That's downloaded on your phone, isn't it?
Yeah. I've got a shortcut on the home screen. But yeah, I reckon 40 to 50k is the
average.
Is the average for one man band window cleaners. Yeah, they do it all year round. But the amount of customers is going to vary, right? Because it depends on what you charge.
Yeah, it depends if you got a big contract or not.
Yeah. I was doing that with 150 customers.
What, 50 grand a year?
50 hours. My round was 56k when I had 150 back in January. But now I'm at like 440, but that 56 hasn't doubled. It's weird, isn't it?
What's it at now then?
92. So it's not far from doubled, but I've more than doubled the amount of customers.
How weird is that?
It's because a lot of the customers have been coming on at 8 weekly.
Oh, I see what you mean.
So with my customers before, a lot of them were 4 weekly because that's what I was pushing. But now I'm only doing 4 and 8. A lot of people are just choosing 8. Like, I'd say 80% of my customers now, like new customers, go for 8 weekly.
Yeah.
Maybe be higher than that.
I've noticed that.
Like, I book people in 8 weekly, and now if they choose 4 weekly, I think you're trying to get a cheaper first clean and cancel on me.
Oh, I see.
Like, I get suspicious of people choosing 4 weekly now.
Really?
And I have to remind myself that actually some people just want their windows cleaned monthly because they want to keep them clean. But yeah, it does. I do sometimes find myself thinking, he's going to cancel. Why have you chosen 4 weekly? Trying to get a cheaper first clean. But yeah, it's tough to gauge. The amount of customers is dependent on a few different factors versus what will be.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because I'd like to know what the average is. It's hard to.
It's an impossible thing to work out because there's too many people doing cash, not declaring it.
Yeah, it is,
people
isn't
that
it?
just do it as a side hustle.
Like, because some people have got, I can imagine some people have got like a real good thing going, but like, I don't know, like let's say for a family friend, he's a manager of a school or he's a head teacher of a school, and he's like, I just need someone to clean the windows, and he goes, well, I'm a butcher, but I'll do that. Once a year, like 1,200 quid, I'll do that. Like, he's got such a good thing.
Who was that? I'm sure it's Phil that told us about the guy who cleans one of the universities or something once a year, or something like that. So he cleans it once a year for 120 grand or 180 grand.
Yeah.
Takes him 3 months and has 9 months of the year off.
Mate, that's outrageous. Don't you think?
Beautiful, until it's not there anymore.
How can you have that time off? How could your brain allow you to have that time off?
I think he was an older bloke anyway, so it's nice.
Well, I wonder how he does it.
Yeah, it's like cherry pickers and all sorts. It's a big operation. I think it probably costs him about 40 grand to do the job.
That's another thing. There's so much involved in it now.
Yeah. I don't think he does it on his own. I'm sure he said he's got people that he brings in to help.
That's outrageous, isn't it?
But it's not the model that I would choose to go down. I wouldn't want one big customer.
What would you do if you got that phone call? Would you turn it away?
No, I wouldn't turn it away. But I'm in a position where it would almost match my domestic work. So if it went away, it's not going to be the end of the world.
Well, yeah, it would be. You've just lost 120 grand a year.
Yeah, but I'm not going from 120 to zero.
Yeah, I know what you mean. You're going from 240 to 120.
Yeah.
All I'm saying is you'd still be gutted.
Yeah, oh yeah, it'd be gutted either way. Even if you even if you was Abacus, like they'd be gutting.
Would you cry?
No.
Why not?
Shit happens, mate. Even if you was Abacus, I think 120k a year contract you're gonna feel it.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah. It's like 5% of your turnover.
Yeah, you'd be gutted.
Like it's still a big hit.
I nearly cried the other day.
Did you?
On a roof.
I was in the pigeons were.
Mate, it weren't pigeons, it was seagulls, mate. They were dive bombing me.
Yeah.
Horrendous.
But if they can smell your weakness, you shouldn't have cried.
Fucking hell, mate.
They knew. They're bullying you.
There was one in particular, and he was gunning for me, and I was gunning for him. Mate, I was trying to punch him out of the air. That's how close he was getting. Like, I can't describe it. I could feel the wind, and he was like going with his feet proper.
What do you reckon they'd do to you if they got hold of you?
No, they wouldn't do it. They'd just punch me. Like, he hit me, you know what I mean? But he wouldn't do a lot, but I'm on a roof.
Yeah.
I'm like, if he hit my head...
And you tumbled.
And I took a tumble, I'm probably going to break a leg.
Oh.
Yeah. Mate, it was horrendous.
Bad. How high was it?
Well, my ladders are 5 or 6 metres, and they was probably 2 below. It was probably 7 metres in the air.
Really?
Yeah.
How did you get up the last two?
Because I
jumped.
No. It sounds funny, doesn't it? There was a building next to it, lower.
Right.
So I climbed up and then hopped onto that one, and then hopped onto that one, which was all well and good. But there was a nest.
Oh, that's why they're dive bombing you.
There was a nest, yeah. And obviously, mate, I'm not interested in them. Do you know what I mean?
They must know that you like kids and that. You must have that aura about you.
Do you reckon they can smell it?
They're not sure what kind of kids you like.
That's what they said when they was landing.
Yeah,
yeah, mate, it was outrageous.
Maybe they're like locked into the register and that.
But do you know what? The minute I got down the ladder, all the screaming stopped. All the flying around stopped, and they were just watching me from the building. And then the minute I got up onto another roof, they done it again.
Yeah, they were. They're G-checking you, really.
Mate, horrendous.
G-checking.
Horrendous. And then I put it on my story, and one of my mates messaged me, and he said that he had to repoint a chimney of scaffolding, and he said it took him a week because he had to stand there with like a spirit level trying to whack them away because there was a nest on the chimney stack.
That's mental.
How weird is that? That was Will.
Was it?
Yeah. He said, mate, he was dreading going to work because these things were just constant, like the attack.
You just get the nest moved, wouldn't you?
Mate, you'd shoot them. Bruv, just shoot them, get out of the air.
Just pick the egg up and just dash it. Go and catch that, dickhead. Right, should we tell the people about... it's not happening right now because I just need a day off, right? But the hard drive might be...
Man, I'm furious
might be...
Hard drive might be toast, lads. The hard drive might be toast.
There's a couple more things I need to try, but it's not looking good.
You tried putting it in rice?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, the original one. Then it got sent off. This is the new one.
So what we're going to do is we're going
to redo that portion of the road trip. You might have to do it in 2 parts because there's another guy that he's been sitting in my email inbox for a while. It took him ages to reply to me.
What, is in your DMs, bruv?
Yeah.
You got someone in your DMs?
But he's agreed to come on the podcast.
Mate, why are you blushing?
I'm pretty sure he's in Leicester.
Right.
Is it Leicester? It was like a little bit further away, so we'll try and team them all together. And I'm sure he was the guy that's been in the industry 40 years, and he was part of the petition. He was like one of the first water-fed pole window cleaners, and he was part of a petition, or the government were trying to ban ladder use for window cleaning. There's a whole story there. But
I've heard about it. We spoke about it at the expo, didn't we?
Yeah. So we met him at the expo. But I do need to email him back. He's just been a bit mental. But he's agreed to come on. And then hopefully we can redo. It's just gutting, mate.
I actually don't feel that gutted about it.
No, it winds me up every time I think about it.
It did when because don't forget, when we done that back in February, our channel was not what it is now.
No, but
now we're international.
We had
stardom.
such good chats.
No, it was good chats, yeah. It was good chats.
And we had some good guys, like Darren from PWS, Jake Smell, Michael Lynchy, and Ben from Potters.
Yeah.
Fucking 4 incredible interviews.
They were insane interviews, yeah. Absolutely incredible interviews.
Mate, and I've uploaded like Prize and Abacus thinking the big boys, they'll get all the attention. When really the other 4 were just as good.
Yeah.
They were all fucking good. But I just gutted we lost more than half of them. That's just...
But mate, they're still
just
there.
typical though, isn't it?
No, of course it is, bro.
Just typical. Why does this shit happen to us?
Yeah, but listen, what a good excuse. Mate, pressure makes diamonds. But what a good excuse.
We nearly couldn't record Simon's episode because I left the fucking battery at home.
Mate, good job. I had the extension lead on my van, wasn't it?
Mate, just like, we're not professional, that's for sure.
It's not that. It's like...
One day we'll hire a little like Asian kid to just carry all our shit and follow us around.
Just do it all for us.
Adopt him from Vietnam or something.
What can we call him?
Pong.
Uncleanable Podcast. No, we can. I don't think it's. I was going to be like I was going to say. I was a lot more gutted back then when it went corrupt, whereas now.
I feel like I had hope back then, though.
No, but I feel like now we can. I don't think we're going to get. Well, we're going to have better conversation now. Yeah. We know more what to talk about. We're more media trained.
Yeah.
I just hope it's as natural.
Yeah. Well, we'll just use the same questions, but hopefully with our little bit more experience, it becomes a little bit more
massively
flowy.
Yeah,
we're going to redo this. It's getting done. I don't know when.
What flag are we going to go for next? Should we just have a different flag? That'd be pretty cool, wouldn't it?
We have an Italy flag next, then we could do like garlic bread.
We should do one and then talk in accents until we hit an Asian country and get cancelled. Right, okay, do you want to see us out?
If anyone's got any good ideas for the podcast, it's not very big. How big is it? 3.5 by 2.5?
Well, I'm 2 metres wide.
So 2 metres wide.
It's 2 metres wide by... It's
and about 3 metres long.
Yeah, nearly, well, but... It's 3 metres to the camera,
so
by
3
2
by
metres
2.
wide.
If you've got any ideas of what we can bring in here, then we're all ears.
Because our idea was we was going to put the yellow and the blue, but a toned down version, because this is really hard on the eyes, on the wall with LED lights and it's shooting up. Yeah?
Yeah, well, I mean, just something, yeah.
We was going to do something like that.
Ideally, I'd like to box the room out, so it's like boxy, and then the audio would be better if we box it out. And then we've got flat walls to do whatever we want to do.
Yeah, but we've still got a wall to cover. That's exactly what we have now.
But that's what I'm saying is think flat walls, because like that's
but even if we right, okay,
that's the starting point.
Yeah, but the walls are smooth. Right, they're smooth. What do we do?
That's what I'm asking them. What I'm saying is, don't start building extensions on it, because that's what we're doing. I'd have to charge more to clean the windows here if I build an extension.
It's another £3.
But yeah, just if you've got any ideas, ping them in the comments.
Go from there.
Let us know.
Right, do you want to see it?
Maybe we can get 2 of those like massive billboard signs with our faces on.
Oh, let me. Oh, do you know what? Little Brucey bonus for all the proper diehards listening. I got approached to advertise at a billboard in my Asda, in my hometown. My hometown.
I bet that was fucking dough, wasn't it?
It was, I can't remember the overall size, but it's called an eighth. So an eighth of the board is 600 quid for a year.
That's
and it's
bad.
300 mil by 200 mil. So it's like that.
Centimetres by 20 centimetres.
It's like a A4, A4
no
size.
one's reading that.
So unless you've literally need a window cleaner.
You need the whole board.
The whole board's £2,500, bruv.
Mate, that's not bad. How big's the board?
1 million people a year, they estimate.
Yeah,
but
all local.
Well, yeah, but it's going to be the same people.
Yeah, but it's all local.
Yeah, I know.
And like your face, they see you 7 times and they call you.
Really?
That's £2,500 for the year.
Do you think?
Is not a bad. I think that's a
Imagine you went to go in Asda though, and I'm just
depending on where the billboard is. If it's like at the back of the store, I don't think
no,
this
it's
is good.
The entrance when you walk in.
Yeah. Is it like you have to see it? Do you know if you walk through the doors and then it's on a billboard like.
No, it's on an arm. Have you ever seen Home Alone with the tins of paint? So when they go in, it just swings down and fucking clatters him in the grid, son.
As long as it's like, as long as everyone's going to look at it as they go past, yeah, I think that's a fucking quality investment.
Do you think?
Better than the Reliant Robin, yeah.
No, I've just...
1 million people!
It's estimated 1 million, yeah. I mean, it's the whole town goes in there, and obviously, it's a huge Asda. It's like, you know the big, it's not a 24-hour, but you know the big 24-hour ones. It's one of them. If you go shopping in South Woodham, you either go Asda or Sainsbury's.
Yeah, I've just got a good review. Oh, I got a review, and it just says, good job.
Mate, perfect.
That's all it says.
5 stars?
Yeah, I assume so. I hope so. I'm pretty sure I get, for my 20 quid a day, I get about 12,000 impressions. So 20 times 10 would be 120,000 times 10. 2 grand to hit 1 million people on Facebook.
And I can hit 1 million local people
for
2.5 grand.
I think that's...
Do you think?
It's not expensive, that's for sure.
Would you have the advert you?
Yeah, I'd put basically what you've got on Facebook
on the whole
just
board.
You, like with your water-fed pole and your thumb up.
Where's my thumb up?
Up your bum. But they can't see that because it's off the billboard, so it's fine. That's what just gives you a smile on your face.
I might just like send that photo to a geezer to like really Photoshop it.
What, like?
So I'm like super fucking good looking and really muscular.
Just use someone else's.
Just Photoshop my head on it.
But yeah, and then regular and reliable window cleaning, 4 and 8 weekly. Phone number, email address, discount code.
Yeah.
First clean, half price.
Do you honestly think that'll work?
Yeah, first clean, half price, but when you book them in, you have to tell them you're signing up for a minimum of 3 cleans.
Yeah.
Like, that's the contract.
Interesting, mate.
Or you can pay full price if you want to trial it.
Yeah, if you don't, yeah.
If you don't want to sign up for a minimum of 3 cleans, just pay the full price, and then if you're happy, we can continue cleaning you in.
Got ya. All right, bro.
I think over the year you definitely get more than 2.5 grand added to your round. That's for sure.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Well, I've got the leaflets landing end of June, 20th of 20.
How many you got going out? 6,500.
Third? Yeah, no, it's 5,800.
Okay, 6k.
Or 1,000. Yeah, it's about 6k. So yeah, so that's going to go out, and then we're going to chase that up and see what go on.
I'm excited to find out how that goes.
I'm excited to find out as well. I'm excited to find out because I'm hitting a whole town. It's not that I'm doing one part of a big place.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally smashing a whole town. So,
Yeah.
how many people in Canooden?
4,500.
Right, so so it's 50% larger.
Yeah.
So okay, well we'll play it by ear. We'll see how it goes.
I really want to do it, but I want to do it big. Really, I want to do 100,000.
Yeah, well, how much is that? 11 grand.
About that, yeah.
Geez, that's fucking mega money.
Yeah, I know.
That's so much dough, bro.
I know. I've spoken to loads of people that do it at that level, and it works. There's a guy I spoke to the other day called Robbie, and that's all historically is all he's done. 100,000 leaflets every quarter, so 40k a year basically on marketing. And he said it works brilliantly for him. They get about 14k's worth of first cleans, including gutters, office and faces and stuff initially, so it pays for itself initially, and then obviously you've got your recurring.
It's just so heavy.
If it works, it works.
No, I'm not.
Who's got the biggest bollocks?
I would never say it don't work. I would never say it doesn't work. And listen, we've interviewed enough people. No. But I would still say it works.
I think it's area specific though, like, because if you've got 2 other people blanketing the area of leaflets in your area, they're not going to do as well.
There's already one dude drop leaflets there.
Yeah, because it depends on when. If you're the first person to get them through.
Yeah. I'm obviously gonna. Yeah,
if someone was basically doing your identical leaflet with the good, the good design and everything.
Yeah.
Whoever puts them out first is going to get the best response, right? Because the people that have gone with the first one aren't going to go with the second one because they've already got someone.
The only good thing about mine is it's not. Sorry. In comparison to what's already out there, because I done a job for someone who lived there and the mail was there. There was no one at the house. Okay, that makes it sound like I'm going through people's letters.
Yeah.
I'm not. It was an empty house, and I've had to go and do some jobs to it. So as I had to pick all the letters up, and while I was picking them all up, there was a flyer for window cleaning.
Yeah.
But it was a small little cutout, and there was no prices on it. And
It might have been hand delivered as well.
It could have been hand delivered.
Mail.
But I just thought I don't really like them little ones.
No, you got to do.
You got to do the big ones,
yeah,
yeah. But anyway, I like mine because there's a lot. I mean, you can sit down and read it with a cup of tea. And there's all prices on it as well. So I'm confident. I'm very, very confident.
My fingers are crossed.
And I'm gaining traction as well. Like every time, like I'm still running the ads and I'm still picking jobs up, and people see me in bits and pieces. So it's going all right.
How are your Facebook ads going? Because you dropped your daily budget from 20 quid to 9 quid.
Yeah, don't do it.
And you fell off the face of the earth. Have you put them back up now?
No, mate. I've got the thing, haven't I?
What thing?
I've got the garages.
So you can't spend 20 quid a day?
No.
But you'll make that back in bookings?
No, not at the minute. No, yeah. I can and I can't. At the minute, I don't want to... Mate, it's taking the shirt off my back, guys.
Put them back on. You got to make the money, bruv.
But yeah, so I went down from 20 quid to 7, and I might as well have shat in my hands and clapped, mate.
So you're like throwing 7 quid away?
Yeah.
Or you're spending 20
yeah.
And you only need one booking.
Mate, totally. No, I know what you're saying. Oh, fuck it, I will put them up.
I've put mine. I've turned mine back on. I'm now spending £80 a day for this week. So come next episode, we'll be able to see if that fucked me or...
Oh, by the way, Ryan is going to do 3 days of admin out of 10. This special 10, aren't you? And you're going to get me all the numbers that didn't book in, and I'm going to ring them. And that's going to be another video for you guys. All right? I'm going to ring 500 people.
I'll try.
Mate, why do you got the kids in that? Do you know what I mean?
It's always just leave them to spend for themselves.
Mate, just put a tenner on the side for a pizza and just go to the garage and smash it out. Mate, do it. I reckon that will make a great video. And I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to speed run it and have like a little counter in the corner. Pew, pew, pew.
What, and then you're going to pay me for every one you close?
I'll give you the first clean.
No, you don't need to give me first clean. That's ridiculous.
What do you want then?
£5. Hey, brothers, man, I help you grow your business, isn't it?
All right, sweet, whatever. Mate, I just want
I've
to
already paid for them.
I just want to do it just to see what happens. Yeah. All right, yeah, do that then, and then if I can get them, and I can close, mate, out of 500.
I'll be real with you. I'm not going to spend 3 days going through them all. I'll speak to James and see if there's a way we can filter.
There will be a way.
Filter the people that just haven't answered.
Yeah, there will be a way, 100%.
Yeah.
But I'll make a video on it.
Yeah, okay.
And we'll bang it up on the Uncleanables. It'll be the bollocks.
All right.
And it'll be decent because it'll be my video. And
will it cut off halfway through?
You fuckers will get to see my gaff in my ass. How about that?
And it just cuts off before the end.
Oh, mate, I know. When you work, mate, you're learning, ain't you? You're learning. It's a shocker.
If people haven't seen one of Dan's first videos,
it just ended.
He was mid-clean and he just stopped. He didn't get to see the finished product. I don't even think you saw much of it.
What's that over there?
It just stopped. I think you've done it twice, actually. I did. It twice. Yeah.
I've got a belter coming out, but I've got to put it together. Do you know what I learnt as well the other day?
What?
Mate, every day's a school day, geez. The DJI can only record 3 gig at a time.
Well, it splits the files.
So it splits the files. So 3 gig is the limit, which is, I record, I don't know why, in 4K, the best one.
Yeah.
So it's a 3-minute video.
I feel like you can turn that off.
No, you have to lower you may be able to, but you have to lower the resolution.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start recording in 720.
Recording 1080, that's what I recorded, I think.
What, is 1080 not HD?
Yeah, it's fine for YouTube. People don't.
It's only a small screen, isn't it?
Yeah, people aren't watching on their phones. But talking of YouTube, mate, I filmed an absolute fucking mental clean today.
Really?
Yeah, so I know this is fucking going on a little bit, but I knew it was bad. I knew it was a filmable one, so I took my camera. But it was so much worse than she sent me the picture, which is obviously good for me because it makes for a better video. But the weeds coming out of the block paving were up to your knees. And it was like...
Mate,
it would look like a garden.
Is she an old woman?
No. She works with my dad.
How did they let it get so bad?
I don't know. Obviously, she said it was there when they moved in. So it's clearly got no membrane underneath, or the membrane's failed.
Under block paving?
Yeah. But the block paving is the driveway down the side and the patio. And the whole thing was just like thick. I had, you know, those white polywoven bags. I had 3 filled to the brim with grass.
The tan bags?
No, the white polywoven ones I have on the van.
Don't know.
So they're quite big, but I had 3 of them filled with grass.
Fucking hell.
Weren't even like the muck from the block paving. Just the grass.
Outrageous, isn't it?
Yeah, it was mental.
God, that is outrageous.
It was good clean. Come up really nice.
Well done, bruv. Hopefully that's a good video.
Mate, talking of YouTube, and I know like sort of sounds like first world problems, but I had some time off where I was busy building the business. I didn't have anything to film, so I didn't upload anything for a couple of months. My view count just like dropped off the face of the earth, and I thought, well, I'll throw a video up and, you know, back up.
No.
First video done 7,000 views, which is okay. It's not making me rich, but it wasn't, you know, I wasn't happy with it, but it's not horrendous. Second video done like less than 2k.
Really?
Bro, I was like, I'm gonna delete it. Like, it's just shocking.
Why you didn't delete those?
No, I didn't delete it.
Mate, leave it up.
Someone talked me out of it, but yeah, I was like, just. Oh, I've got 23,000 subscribers. How only 2,000 of them watching it?
Yeah, but don't forget, right? This is another thing. I know it sounds silly. Look at the weather.
Yeah,
it's the time. Everyone's on holiday. It's the time of year. It's everything.
You do get more views and subscribers in winter if you can put content out. But I've booked in an ice rink, abandoned ice rink to clean.
That's class.
Yeah, it's going to be fucking naughty video.
What, you're cleaning?
That could be a
where you stay?
Yeah, the actual ice rink. He's selling it. It's not full size. It's probably half the size of the unit. I'll show you. It's down there.
Down where?
In the car park.
Right, just there.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mate, that's awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be. That could be my comeback video. It won't come out till August though, mind you, because I've got.
That'd be good though, bruv.
All the June and July videos.
I've got a great idea for a video. I've already told the woman I'm going to do it.
Go on.
It's a church.
Yeah.
And it's all overgrown at the back, but it's overgrown so much, like, you know, like where when you lay concrete in slabs, not literally the paving stones, like when you pour it, you do it in sections. In between the sections, there's like tufts of grass like this big, but it's like, it looks like a garden.
Yeah, that'd be good.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to clean it all up for them. I don't think I'll pressure wash it. I think I'll just hit it with all the mowers and everything. You know?
And then title it like, God made me do it.
Yeah.
Doing it for the big man.
Only God can judge me.
Doing it for you, my guy.
For the big man upstairs. But yeah. So yeah, mate, it's good. It's interesting. It's just another string to the bow, isn't it? I'm smashing through the views now. I've got like 77 subscribers.
Mate, it's slow to begin with. You've got to keep at it.
No, mate, I don't really. I'm not doing it to get rich and famous. I'm just doing it for quite a nice hobby.
Yeah, but once you start getting paid, it's nice.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, mate, you're getting paid.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, last year I got paid well. Yeah. I thought I got paid well. I had 12 grand last year. This year, I think I'm less than 2 grand.
Mate, 12 grand's outrageous, isn't it?
It was alright last year. It was good, but I had one video do really well. 2 videos do really well actually.
The playground, wasn't it?
Playground, and the one I released on Christmas Eve.
Yeah?
Yeah, which was just a standard block paving, but it was like less weedy than the one I've done today. But just blew. But I think there's just fuck all other content online to watch.
It's a funny old. I think that's such a funny old industry, that YouTube, and understanding it and like what goes and what don't. But you can kind of see the narrative, because you see all the thumbnails. They've all slowly merged into one, ain't they? Yeah. It's the main geezer photoshopped with like a real look of desperation on their face. That seems to just do well. Yeah. Doesn't it?
There's got to be psychology behind it, isn't there?
Do you know one dude I love watching?
Who?
The Northerner who goes travelling.
I thought he was going to say some porn then or something.
No. He's the Northern dude.
I don't know who that is.
Blonde hair. He's quite chubby. He goes travelling, but it would be like, yeah, I went to a 1-star hotel. Or like, I had to race across Europe.
Yeah, see, this is like the thing with YouTube, isn't it? You could just do anything.
There are some really cool videos out there.
And it hasn't got to be anything interesting. But you've got to make it interesting. You'd be good at the stuff like that.
I'd be the bollocks, but I find a lot of people bore me because I'm quite fast-paced.
Yeah, autistic.
It's autistic,
yeah.
But I'm very fast-paced. And what I find is, if you don't keep me entertained, I'm gone. I'm like, yeah, fuck this. I'm gonna go make a cup of tea.
Yeah, see, this is why you would be good doing YouTube, but you haven't got the minerals to organise it. You'd get bored so quickly.
Of what?
Like multiple takes, or you'd just be like, that'll do.
Mate, what are you talking about? I've got an ITV career, you prick. Mate, watch the omnibus, bruv, if you want to see me.
You know what I mean? Like,
no.
On the camera,
yeah,
you'd be amazing.
Yeah.
But to make a good video, there's more to just putting the camera up and recording. You've got to plan it out. You've got to do this, you've got to book that, you've got to go there. You might have to do multiple takes. You've got to get the lighting right, you've got to get the sound right. It'd just be too much for your brain, I think.
Mate, I think you're going so much further than you need to.
No, I don't think I am.
Mate, it's not. You're talking. Are you going down the road? Mate, hang on a minute. Jam this in reverse. This is making no sense to me. The videos I'm talking about are the vlogs.
Yeah.
Where they're just in a market in India. He's not reshooting that, bruv. That's life.
You don't think?
Mate, they're in a sound geezer, in a light geezer. He's looking for a cattle market.
But he's invested in a good camera with a good sound mic that plugs into it, like what we've got.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you have to think about that stuff.
Yeah.
But I feel like you'd just want to get into the content and you wouldn't think about that stuff.
Yeah, but that's growth though, isn't it? I'd do one video on my iPhone, realise it's shit, and then use my Digi, realise that's shit, and then buy something else.
But then you wouldn't be able to work out why it's shit. You just feel
I ain't got a fucking...
Why is it shit?
Yeah, I like it, because I'm allergic to the internet, yeah.
I'm not trying to bring you down, I'm just saying.
No,
your strength lies in the presenting.
I think this is why we end up doing so well, me and you.
Yeah.
I think because I'm just brilliant.
It took us 2 years for you to edit the videos.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I get that.
It takes a while for you to get your head around stuff.
But don't think, mate, it took you 2 years to stop playing with your fucking stock skis. But what I'm saying is we got
you still fucked up uploading one the other day. We had one with no sound and 30 seconds of video.
No, geez. My strengths and your strengths are completely opposite. But
we do share among strengths.
But that's why it works. Yeah, we're just like abnormally tall and strong for some reason. We're both riddled in autism. No, but it works. I think it just works.
Yeah.
Because I'm like ad hoc, off the cuff. I can just have a conversation and just keep. I know you can as well.
I don't like to though.
But you don't like to.
I like being quiet.
Yeah, you just like drinking Pepsi. Yeah, and just ignoring everyone.
Yeah.
And but then you're great on the computer.
Yeah.
Do you see what I mean? And I'm fucking useless on one.
Yeah, you are terrible. It is bad.
But I just find it works quite well.
Yeah. Like
2 people like me, you wouldn't get anywhere. 2 people like you wouldn't get anywhere.
We'd get somewhere, it just wouldn't be very good.
What, 2 people like you?
Yeah. Saying that, I've got an illustrious YouTube career.
Yeah.
I mean, I've done alright on my own.
Yeah.
Not as good as you would have done if you had my computer skills, I don't think.
Do you not think?
I think you'd do really well.
Do you really?
But yeah, but just the autistic bit lets you got the wrong autism, bro. You got the social autism.
I've got the social one and the Batman one.
Yeah, you need the fucking weirdo in the dark, like staying up late on the computer one. Learning.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
You need the one where you watch the video and then you know how to do it for the rest of your life.
Yeah, you
need that one.
I don't wish I was better at it, because I know that if I put my time to it, but I feel like I'm better off spent. Like I've got a feeling like this might sound weird to some people, but I know I'm good in front of the camera. People just seem to like me, right? But I know I'm wasted if I try and push it myself.
I think you should learn like a little bit more than you know now though, because the world is going more digital.
Yeah, it's mega going digital.
And it's like, if you don't keep up, you get left behind. And you'll be like one of them old boys that don't have a mobile phone and like can't call a taxi.
Mate, do you not think that's such a wild accusation?
That's like you now, isn't it?
Mate, would you bet?
No, what I'm saying is, you'll be the equivalent of whatever that is. You'll be like using like Wi-Fi, and like no one uses Wi-Fi anymore. You'll be like on dial-up.
Mate, do you know what I listen to?
It'll be something new. Do you know what I mean? It'll be like fucking goggles or something.
Do you know? Little Harry says I'm the only man in the world
So
who
you got a CD player?
No, I still listen to music on YouTube in the van.
Yeah, but that's because you're a tight cunt. You don't want to pay for a music streaming service. That's all.
No, I just don't want to. I just quite enjoy what I do.
Yeah, that's fine. I think that's all right.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Let that one slide then.
Yeah, I'll let that one slide.
Alright, that's cool then.
Yeah, like that. We just put that in like the tight category. You know how to do it. It's not that you don't know how to use it. It's you don't want to pay for it.
Yeah, I just think
it's free somewhere else. Like why pay?
Yeah, fucking right.
Yeah.
How much is Spotify? $9.99 a month.
Something like that, tenner.
Well, mate, it's $120 a year, isn't it? $120 a year for a long time. Well, for the rest of your life, basically.
Yeah, but you get to listen to the music.
Well, so do I. But I just merged.
You just got some cunt talking about credit cards in between songs.
Oh, mate, this. Fucking hell.
Sometimes halfway through. Has your pet been in an accident?
Yeah. Do you not do that? Just kick open the door and be like, yeah, how'd you get on? Yeah, all right, babe. Do you know DFS are having a sale on?
Oh. But yeah, that's not. I think that's.
I should do. I think
that's all right. It's just like the setting up an email account. Probably quite an important thing to know. Like,
yeah.
You don't have to like learn how to host a website. That's a bit advanced, but
I ain't got a clue.
Just the more basic stuff is handy to know, especially if you're paying someone to do it, because it's like you know what's involved.
That's the thing though, but like I know exactly what you're saying, but then I sit there and I'm like, right, exactly what you said. Do you remember before on the last episode when you was like, I'm not going to sit there and ring these customers because I can go out and earn that money.
Yeah.
I'd sooner sit there and be like, right, I'm not going to dedicate a week of my life to go on Wikipedia and learn about how the internet works and all this bollocks. I know how it works, but you know, like building a website.
How wild it is what you've just said. I'm not going to spend a week of my life going on Wikipedia to learn how the internet works.
Yeah, like
that sums you up.
Why?
If anyone did, please tell me someone else got that. that is just the epitome of you and the internet.
But what I'm getting at,
I don't even think Wikipedia exists anymore.
Of course it still exists, bro. I get all my information from Wikipedia. But what I'm saying is, if I've got to sit there and watch YouTube videos about how to build a website, right? I know it's going to turn out shit. Before I even start, I know it's going to be shit. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but it won't always be shit. You'll eventually get better at it.
But I might as well just try and use my time to do something to earn money to pay someone that's good at it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what I mean?
But then it's like you're at their
mercy.
Yeah,
totally, yeah.
Like if they
but you can't do everything in your ass.
No, but I know I'll go out my way to learn how to do it. That doesn't mean I'm good at it, but just so I've got a basic understanding of like
how it works.
I know how it works. So I don't do my own Google ads. But I know how they work. If I had to set them up, I'd have to go watch the YouTube videos, learn, test, do all that stuff.
Yeah.
I couldn't just go and do it. I could, but I wouldn't get results.
Is this just playing into exactly what I'm saying then?
Yeah. But my point is, I know how it works.
I see what you mean.
And I know how much I should be spending for what I should be getting back.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Whereas, like, if you done that and the guy was like, oh yeah, no, 500 quid for 10 leads, that's normal.
Yeah, and I'd be like, oh, brilliant, mate.
You'd be like, oh, cool. Well, I'm on it, innit? Like, you just get mugged off because you don't know. That's my point.
Mate, you know we was meant to wrap this up about
I think this is like a double episode.
Yeah, this is mental, isn't it?
People are going to go fucking loopy.
Should we just cut it in half and release it like twice a week now?
Just part one and part two. You have to come back for the good stuff at the end.
Mate, it's class.
People like the stuff at the end.
No.
That's like where our autism comes out. We shine
I
at
think
the end.
so, yeah. No, totally, mate.
We start off like...
all serious.
Yeah, on script. Like, what have you done this week?
Oh.
And then we start talking about internet.
Stephen, who's that actor? Stephen Graham. So, Stephen Graham is from North Yorkshire or South Yorkshire?
He's from Liverpool, isn't he? Manchester, one of the two.
Anyway, so he's up there, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you think Stephen Graham is more famous than Sean Bean?
Ooh.
Two northern actors.
See, that's a tough one because Sean Bean was bigger
back in the day. He was sharp, wasn't he? He was a good-looking boy, and he was in a lot.
And although Stephen Graham's, they've probably been acting the same amount of time, but Stephen Graham's becoming into his prime now.
Stephen Graham is cooking.
But he's been in some serious films and
The Irishman, wasn't it? He was in The Irishman with
Yeah, he's been in programmes and films that you wouldn't know, like with good parts. But now he's flying now.
Would you reckon?
I'll probably go Stephen Graham, you know.
Yeah, I was going to say Stephen Graham.
Because I think he was in a lot of like ITV dramas and stuff, wasn't he? Which before Sky and whatnot, like our parents would have known who he was then, but we didn't know who he was. We never watched that. But now he's in like Hollywood films and stuff. Yeah, now we know
really
who he is.
Into it, isn't he?
So now he's whole of market.
There's got to be, you see, with the whole acting and things like that. There's got to be an element, right? Of, do you know, like when they build a good series?
Yeah.
You know, okay, this might sound really, really far-fetched, but I hope you kind of get what I mean. Do you know, like, if they made a programme about Madeleine McCann, and they said, oh, this man kidnapped her, and it was Stephen Graham, it's like, you can't put his face on that. You've got to use someone you don't know.
Yeah.
Because Stephen Graham is Stephen Graham, and everyone's going to go, mate, he done the other programme. Do you kind of see what I mean?
Yeah, you got to use an unknown.
Yeah, so he must miss out on roles almost where they're like, mate, you'd be perfect, but you're too famous now.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
But yeah, there must be things like that.
Yeah, I agree.
Mate, that's like, are we talking about this?
We need to wrap this up. I've got my beer all night. Right, guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of the Uncleanables Podcast. I've been Ryan, you've been Dan. We will see you in the next one. And remember,
stay cleaning.